Kevin Costner's sudden departure from Yellowstone caused shockwaves across the globe. A bunch of news followed up the initial shock, trying to explain why he made such a decision and what's been really going on behind the scenes of this legendary series. In the end, there have been many claims, most of which led to the conclusion that Kevin Costner was not getting along with Taylor Sheridan, which is perfectly normal. After all, they are two big names with their own strong characters and visions for their work. And guess what? Those visions tend to not align for the most part. In fact, things apparently reached a point where Costner was hating his on-screen character John Dutton, as he hated the trajectory that Sheridan led the character to. This latest tea on the behind-the-scenes drama of Yellowstone came from a name within the inner circle, Kelly Riley. In a recent interview, Riley expressed that she has always been oblivious to the trajectory of her character Beth Dutton, simply because Sheridan has never disclosed the developments beforehand. So instead of getting ready for the character, knowing what will happen to her next, Riley has been going along with the new updates as they come and go. She has no idea what will happen next and what will happen to Beth in the future. She is as clueless as we are. This means that she has little to no say in Beth's character arc as she surrenders to Sheridan's vision. She said, "I'm coming to it almost the same as the audience. I mean, I have my hopes and thoughts for the character. Also, as I've played for her over 5 years now, I feel like I know her so well, but I'm still learning. There are still things that I read and I didn't expect, or sometimes I wish for something else for her, but that's the same as the audience." Now, Riley is okay with this situation. She has no desire to take control at her hands. She's content with Sheridan's reign and is willing to go along with him. That being said, she's not the only victim of Sheridan's authority over the characters. Apparently, Costner was witnessing a similar treatment for his character John and absolutely hated it. We know that Costner truly cared and perhaps still cares about John Dutton as a character. He made sure in his contract that John would have a moral death in the series no matter what. He also expressed to Sheridan multiple times that he wants John to be more of a traditional hero rather than a morally gray character with little to no moral stance for him. Sheridan himself expressed in a previous interview that he wanted the Duttons to be like the Godfather in Montana, and thus he would not be able to fulfill Costner's expectations. This constant rejection of his vision and ideas by Sheridan eventually caused Costner to resent Yellowstone and his on-screen character John Dutton. He ended up leaving the series altogether, which is a major shame. The thing is, despite his disappointment, Costner still cares about Yellowstone and John Dutton to some extent. He even announced last week that he was actually dreaming of having 7 seasons in Yellowstone and is still somewhat upset about not being able to achieve that. He also hinted that he would be willing to return to the series for the final season. He said, "I'd like to be able to do it, but we haven't been able to. I thought I was going to make 7 seasons, but right now we're at 5. So how it works out, I hope it does, but they've got a lot of different shows going on. Maybe this will circle back to me." These words will never fail to hurt me. All I wanted was to see Costner thriving as John Dutton in Yellowstone and complete the series in the most glorious way possible. And yet, here we are. What do you think though? Do you sympathize with Costner's resentment towards John Dutton? Do you think Sheridan's authority is necessary for the show to be this successful? Or should he compromise on his vision? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.